Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 36 of the NordCast. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. It's our first episode in a little bit. I am your host here, Nordic 97, joined with Carter. How are we doing?
Doing great. Eagles are 3-0.
Yes,
Oregon's 4-0.
Yes,
The football teams for me are killing it. Hockey teams, we're going to have to find out. But the football teams right now, killing it.
It's Red October in Philadelphia. And then we got Run the Damn Ball, a.k.a. Jack. How we doing, Jack?
Mr. Cali.
Bears are 0-3, so that's nice.
How are your Hawkeyes doing?
I mean, they're looking fine. Just tough game on Saturday, so go Hawks.
Yeah.
How was California? I forgot to mention that. That's why we didn't
very
record
fun.
last week.
Yeah, California is very fun.
So today we're going to continue on in our division previews. We got the Central Division today. So we're changing it up from last episode where we did a bunch of other stuff. We're kind of going to split it up a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to obviously go in alphabetical order through division. Say where we think they'll finish in the standings. 1 over-under, not 2. 1 hot take. Biggest question, and then like a brief explanation or just a brief discussion about the team. So we're gonna get started right away here because it's a late night. We got the Arizona Coyotes. So I'll go first. We'll have Carter go second and Jack go last. We'll do it that way. So I have the Coyotes at 5th in the division. Carter, where do you have them?
Oh, fuck. I got to do math on their division. Hang on. They're Central, right? I have them, there's 8 teams, right?
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry to all the viewers. I have them at 7.
And Jack?
I have them at 8th.
Oh my God. Y'all are doubting the Coyotes, I swear. So my 1 over under is Logan Cooley over under 50 points. Why are you raising your finger? Over.
No, over.
Okay.
Over.
Wow, Jack's hating today.
That guy.
Jack. What is going on?
I think he's right under. He just doesn't have, the guys around him.
That doesn't matter. He can carry a team on his own.
Actually, I do have a hot take about Coyotes about somebody carrying, but I'll get into that later.
All right. Carter, what's your over under?
My over-under is on Clayton Keller, over-under 37.5 goals.
I'm going to take the over on that. I think he's a 40-goal scorer.
Over. Yeah.
That's good. I
also
love that.
think he's gonna get...
I love the Keller hype. I think that Keller is a phenomenal player, one of the most underrated players in the league. Don't know why Sean Avery doesn't like him, but I fuck with Keller.
Love to hear it. I think he could definitely get 100 points. It's very possible. And Jack, what is your over under?
My over under is 75 points for Connor Bedard. Over under.
Bedard from Arizona.
Oh, my fault. Arizona. Sorry. I had over under 100 points for Keller too. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm taking the right on the dot. I think he gets 100, 101, right around there. Carter's just destroyed from that. He's already ahead. He's already thinking of his favorite team, which is up next.
Yeah. I'm just too excited for the season.
Well, all right. What is hot takes? My hot take, it might be one that y'all have. Logan Cooley wins the Calder Trophy over Connor Bedard. Jack is going to disagree with this heavily, but it is a very hot take. He's shaking his head. He thinks Bedard's getting it. Carter looks like he agrees with it. He's all hyped up. He just left.
I am repping. Oh fuck! Sorry. I am repping my Minnesota boy. All right, Logan Cooley will win the Calder. Put it in your sports books. I am telling you right now. I can't gamble, but I am telling you right now. Logan Cooley, he's winning the Calder. I'm just gonna wear this for the rest of the episode.
Low key can't wait till I can gamble because I'm finna make so much money off of my takes. Oh
Dude,
my god.
I got 15 days, and then Bet365 will be on the account right before the Jets regular season starts. So
Oh wait, you're eligible to bet then? Oh, isn't your birthday's in a few days? That's right.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
I'm almost 18, guys, which is really like it's weird to think.
Yeah.
God. Carter, what is your hot take? Or is it the same as mine?
Well, I mean, like that would have been my hot take, but I'm gonna go with a different one. Hot take. I don't want this to happen. Actually, no. Fuck. What is my hot take? Okay, yeah, my hot take would have been the same as yours. If I can think of another one by the time Jack says something, then
I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, what's yours?
My hot take is that Keller just absolutely carries this team. Nobody else comes even close to him in points.
That sounds about right, to be honest with you. I think it's gonna go Keller, then Logan Cooley, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's the biggest question? Like, my biggest question is how much improvement are we going to see out of this team? Because obviously you're in the third year of this rebuild. Probably the last year where you're expected to be bad, but it could also be a year where you have drastic improvement. So how much improvement do we realistically see? I mean, obviously we have different opinions and different standings. I'm obviously way higher on this team, but do you guys think we'll see like a lot major improvement or just a little bit improvement? I'm not saying just standings wise, like maybe as the team as a whole. Like, do you think we'll see some improvement?
I still haven't finished in 8th, so
I think that we're gonna. I don't think like. Here's the thing. Like, they went from what were they 7th or 6th in the division last year, right?
They were 7th.
Yeah, so they're going from 7th. I have them staying in like the same spot. I think standings wise, they'll go up in like points, but I just don't see them being ahead of any of these other teams. I think that this is going to be a stepping stone for their young guys because most of their young guys haven't played a full NHL season yet. So I think this is going to be like a test year for all these guys, and then they'll still get like a bunch of their other guys yet. Like they'll get Geeky, not this season, but the next season they'll get him. They'll have some more of their prospects that'll come up at some point this season, and they'll get those guys next season. So I think that this is as you said, this is the last year of them being mediocre, and then I think we'll start seeing them contending.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Carter, what is your biggest question since you just talked for like 2 minutes?
That's on me. My biggest question is when are we going to see the full Barrett Hayton breakout?
Ooh, I forgot. I forgot about Barrett Hayton until now.
He showed nice shot flashes right near the end of that season. So is he going to carry that, or is that just a luck thing? So my question is, when are we going to see the Barrett Hayton breakout?
I think he gets around 50, 60 points this year. What do we think? I think that's what we
I think
see
so too. Yeah.
He's taken a little bit longer to kind of get there and fully develop, but I think this is the year where we finally see that. And yeah. Jack, what is your biggest question?
My question, I have Vegemelka, how he plays this year, and then I have how will Cooley and Keller feed off of each other.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an amazing duo. Those two guys. I'm just wondering who else is. It's probably going to be Keller, Schmaltz, and Cooley as your first line. That's going to be a dynamic first line. But honestly, realistically, outside of the forward core, which the forward core is actually decent now, I'd say it's pretty good as of right now. The defense is just unproven. Like, you have a lot of new guys on that blue line. It's a fully revamped blue line almost. So we're going to see a lot of that. Sean Dursey came in. Matt Dumba, who we're forgetting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then the goaltending has been solid. So, yeah, I think we'll see. I think maybe not fifth. That might just be the biasness in me. But I think we'll see some improvement, but maybe not like ginormous improvement. But this should be the last year where they're really bad. Next year, that's when we're talking about things getting a lot better. But yeah, you guys got anything more on Arizona and how they're going to be?
I don't.
All right, cool. We'll move on to Jack's favorite team. We got the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm gonna let Jack take the lead here. Jack, tell us where you think they'll finish in the standings as you're raising your hands.
Cubbies. Sorry, go Cubs. Yeah, I have Blackhawks 6th actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that all solely because of Bedard?
No, it's not all because of him. I think other guys like Kurashev's my favorite player on the team right now, and then bringing in Hall and Athanasiou even. I think this is honestly, I've only heard good things out of training camp so far, like out of the scrimmage games, and they play tomorrow night, so I'll be dialed in for that. But yeah, I think this team is very improved. I don't think we're looking at playoffs yet. Still, bad team rebuild year. But yeah, 6th.
All right, I have them 8th. Sorry, Jack. Carter, where do you have them?
No, that's okay. I saw that coming.
Yeah, I'm in the same spot as you. I got them 8th.
Yeah, I can't see it. Like the forward core is decent. The forward core is better than it was last year. At least last year, like after the trade deadline. But the defense is horrid. The goaltending is also horrid. So just because of those two reasons, I can't see them being any better than 8th, and any better than any of the other teams in this division. Hate to say it. Carter, you went right.
No.
You said yeah, you did.
Yeah, I said 8th, but I didn't elaborate.
You want to elaborate? I mean, I kind of just explained it, but if you want.
Yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like bad back end, you're paying Seth Jones like $10 million a year. And I don't think Bedard's going to be able to carry the Chicago Blackhawks like he did with the Regina Pats.
Yeah, so that sounds about right. Over under, Jack. I think you already said yours. Wasn't it like 75 points?
On accident.
Bedard.
Yes, 75 points, Bedard.
I'm gonna go a little bit under. Oh, Carter thinks over? Jesus, Carter, what do you think Logan Cooley's gonna do then? 100-point season?
No, I think that Bedard is like just above 75, and I think Cooley will put up 80.
All right, that's fair. Carter, or wait, my bad. I'm next. I had over under Taylor Hall 25 goals.
He's gonna get a ton.
Jack thinks over. Carter.
Yeah. I think right there is good.
I don't know. I think he's getting a lot more assists than points if he's playing on the same line as Bedard. But yeah, I think 25 seems right on the line there for him. Carter, what's yours?
I'm gonna take this a little bit away from points, goals, and assists. I'm gonna take Seth Jones over under minus 20.
Ooh, I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna go a little bit under.
That's actually, such a weird over-under. I'll go a little over.
Sounds like bias to me.
Hey, I gotta shake it up a little bit.
That's fine. No worries. What is your hot take, Jack?
My hot take is that Connor Murphy is one of the best defensemen in the league this year. I feel
like I just downed an entire bag of top
10, but just outside top 10.
Are you genuinely serious saying that?
Nordic, pin this, and we will come back to this at the end of the season.
Oh, I'm posting this on TikTok.
Yeah, do it.
What?
I will come back to this.
Okay. Hey, we'll see. My hot take was, they were gonna. I don't even know what to say after that. My hot take was they would climb their way out of dead last in the division and make it to like 7th or 6th. I was not expecting that. I'm sorry.
That's respect.
Oh my god. Yeah, Carter. What's yours? She's just at a loss for words.
I'm just gonna make a cold take and just say Jack's wrong. And that's my.
You know what? Fair enough. That was.
I don't know. I guess a hot take. Like, I don't know if I believe this, but if I were to make a hot take, I'd say Connor Bedard over 100 points.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Do I actually believe that? No, but hot take.
I don't believe that either.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, like it's a reasonable bet. Unlike whoever the fuck Jack said for best defenseman.
Connor Murphy.
What is it then? Biggest question, Jack. What is your biggest question surrounding Chicago?
Peter Mrazek and Arvid Soderblom. Goaltender.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That is part of one of my questions. Like, how are those guys going to do? Because obviously those are your two goaltenders, and if they're going to be as good as Jack is saying they're going to be, well, then they need to have a really good season. They definitely need to have a really bounce back year. I feel like part of it I feel like was because of how, like the defense was in front of them. I thought Soderblom played well in some of the games that I watched. Just the fact that you're on one of the worst teams in the NHL last season definitely played a role. My biggest question was just how much is Connor Bedard going to, improve this team? Like how much improvement are you going to see? Are you going to see them climb out of that 7th spot or that 8th spot, or are they going to stay there? So honestly, it's all up in the air right now. We're obviously going to find out. But Carter, what is your biggest question?
My biggest question is how are the veterans going to influence the young guys?
That's a good one. Yeah, I agree. Because with you got Nick Foligno in there, a recent ad. You got Corey Perry in there. Taylor Hall. Yeah, they're definitely going to help mentor guys like Bedard and Reichel and other players that are coming up to the lineup. Jack, is Korchinski going to play?
Yeah. He's playing tomorrow night. I think he's paired with Jones, actually, so.
Oh, here we go. But yeah, you want to help mentor those younger players. You got guys coming up. But regardless, I honestly I don't think they'll be anywhere close to the playoffs.
Korchinski looks great.
Yeah, I like Korchinski a lot. He's one of my favorite defensive prospects.
Yeah, he's awesome.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how good or bad Chicago is. But hopefully Bedard makes them a little bit better, and we'll start seeing some improvement. But you guys got anything else?
I got nothing.
Okay, if I'm correct, Colorado is next. We'll go back to me being first. I have Colorado first in the division. Where do you have them, Carter? Jack as well. All right, so we're all in agreement there. That's good. Obviously, they're the best contending team in this division. They are a Stanley Cup team. My over-under is Alex Georgiev, 0.920.
Under.
Jackson's under. I'm gonna go dead on 0.920. Because it's harder. It's difficult to see other save percentages that are like a little bit lower than that. It's like 0.920, then like 0.911, 0.905. It's like those are the average ones you see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 0.920. That's
all right.
That's exactly where I see him going. Carter, what is your over/under?
My over/under is on Mikko Rantanen over/under 110.5 points.
I don't know, cause like, I'm gonna go under.
110.5.
Oh.
Yeah, 110.5.
Okay. I'll go under.
I'm gonna go under. Yeah, I look. He's not going to be much lower than that, but like I think honestly, if McKinnon comes back for a full year and it's not just Landeskog, then definitely he might have a lower point number, but overall, like I think he's a great player. I just don't know if we see that happen exactly. And then Jack, what is yours?
I have over under second round of the playoffs for the Avalanche.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go with the over. I think last year they were really unlucky, faced a lot of stuff that, other teams didn't. And I think it really affected them against Seattle and such. And I think they definitely will make it to the second round this coming year. Carter agrees. Okay, cool. All right. Glad we got on that understanding. One hot take. I would say I would say for my hot take, McKinnon gets 125 points and 60 goals. What are we thinking? Does that seem rational? McKinnon 60? If he stays healthy.
60 points or 60 goals? Sorry.
60 goals.
It's possible. Is it likely? Most likely not. but
Yeah, I
I would
agree.
definitely see it.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I think it's possible. Carter, what is your hot take?
My hot take is Georgiev is not the starter by the end of the season.
Ooh, I thought that last year, and then he ended up being the starter for the entire time. So we'll see if that comes into fruition. But yeah, Jack, what is your hot take?
My hot take is Colorado first round exits. They have a really good regular season, but I think first round exits.
Going off of the curse there of winning a cup and then losing in the first round. I don't know. I think they at least make it second round this coming year, personally. But yeah. Biggest question is health. For me, can this team stay healthy? Because that was a factor in the playoffs and even during the regular season too. And why they were why they were kind of meh at the start of the year. My
Yeah.
reasoning is because of how they're not going to be with their captain for a second straight full season. Hopefully, he'll be back come playoff time. That's the expectation. But regardless, that is what we're looking at right now. So I would say it all depends on health. Carter, what do you think? What is your biggest question?
My biggest question, I kind of had two. One's like a little bit more serious. One's like not.
Okay.
My one was health. Like, is this team gonna remain healthy? And then my second one was Nichushkin. What the fuck is gonna happen with him?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's fine. I think he's playing, as far as I know.
He's been with the team, but I'm just like wondering if like is some shit gonna come out and then everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he is going to be playing with the team. So obviously, we'll see if that's true or not. But of course, we'll find out. But yeah, Colorado. I think we all said they're first in winning the division, so that's all we have to know. Obviously, they're a great hockey club. They're going to be good, just without question. There's really nothing else there. It just all comes in the playoffs and how that's going to be. We'll see how guys like Jonathan Drouin do. I realistically think Jonathan Drouin's a player who you look at and is a guy who had a few bad years in Montreal and playing with McKinnon, who was his teammates and juniors. That could help him out offensively. Miles Wood, too. He's had injury problems. They add him to the lineup. Same with Ross Colton. So they get some new ads. We'll see if those guys help out. But regardless, you guys got anything else on Colorado?
Does Jack not get like a question?
Oh, did I not? Oh, Jack, my bad. Did I not
yeah,
ask you biggest question?
Yeah. My question's
My
the
apologies.
goaltending.
All right, yeah, that's fair. My apologies. I forgot.
No, that's okay.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. Good thing you called that out because Jack would not have noticed. But anyways, he's definitely watching something. Carter, what is that in the background? Goodbye and good riddance.
Yeah. Goated album, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Juice World. All right. Love it. For the audio listeners, Carter has a sign in the background of his room that says goodbye and good riddance.
It's a rug. It's not a sign. It's a rug.
Oh, it's a rug? What the hell? Okay,
That's
anyways.
cool.
We got the Dallas Stars next. Dallas, I have second in the division. Where do you guys have them?
I think I
Second.
also have them second.
I did too.
All right, yeah. So we're pretty much the same on that. Over under. Over under. Over under. Joe Pavelski 80 points.
Under.
Since keep in mind he is old, he is getting up there.
That's a good line. I'll take the under though.
You'll take the under. All right. Carter, what is yours?
All right. Mine is Robertson over under 50 and a half goals.
Under.
I'm gonna go a tad bit under, like 48, 49, realistically. Actually, no. We'll go straight on the line. We'll go straight.
I love that. I love that.
I think he can be. He's shown it before. He's one of the better players in the league. We'll see though. of course. And then Jack, what is your over under?
I have 105 points for the team.
Woo. Yeah, I'm gonna go right on the line there. I think that's a good number. 105 seems pretty realistic. Just hopefully they can stay healthy. Hot take. My hot take is Dallas. They win the cup. That's my hot take.
He's doing it again.
I'm doing it again. Except I'm not like Jack and being Ottawa wins the cup.
Oh,
I got
no.
Dallas doing it. What do you guys think about that? Why am I just being left in silence right now? Y'all are just shocked.
I like it.
I like it. It's a good hot take.
Fair. Carter, what is your hot take?
I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Is this not who it was? There's a certain player that I'm looking for, and I can't remember his name. I think it's...
Who are you thinking of? Is it forward?
Yeah, Kate, just do yours, Jack.
All
All
right.
right, Jack.
Well,
what is your
mine
hot
is
take?
Robertson, 110 points.
Woo. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. You don't see a ton of players getting 110 points. What? Who all got 110 points last year? It was McDavid? Crap, I forget who else. I know it wasn't Robertson though. It is kind of a harder thing to come by, although the scoring is getting better. But it's a good hot take. Carter, have you gotten yours yet?
Yeah, I got it. My hot take is that Wyatt Johnston breaks
that's
out
what I'm thinking of.
for a 70-point campaign.
Woo. Yeah, I think it's possible. He looked really good in the second half of the season last year. Was a sneaky Calder candidate. Obviously didn't end up winning it. It went to Matthew Beniers. But, I think he's a realistic guy for it. For a breakout season. Definitely a good one there. Biggest question. I would say it's the defense. The defense, although everything else on the roster is good, the defense is a little bit of a question because you got Ryan Sutter. That's the biggest thing. And then you have some guys in there who do remain questions. But obviously they are still a good team. Just the defense could make or break them. Carter, what do you think? What is your biggest question?
My biggest question is gonna come with their aging stars. So like Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, Joe Pavelski. It's just gonna be like how much do these guys have left this season? Like how much can these guys contribute?
Yeah, I agree. I think that is going to be interesting. Jack, what is your biggest question?
My biggest question is the depth, the third and fourth line of this team.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You are going to have some interesting things there. You got Maverick Bork obviously coming into the lineup. Such and such. I got another one for you. Matt Duchene. How do we think he's going to do? He is on a great contract playing top 6 minutes there in Dallas. Do we think we could see a very high point campaign out of him?
I think
Great
for sure.
pickup by Dallas. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
I think we'll do something nice.
But yeah, overall Dallas, they're second in that division. I think they're a solid team as well. They're definitely gonna, prove interesting come the playoff for sure. That hump is the Western Conference Finals. We'll see if that happens, but obviously, you guys got anything else for Dallas? All right, we are halfway done. We have, if I'm correct, we have the Minnesota Wild. Yes, the Minnesota Wild. Up next, the Wild. I have third in the division.
Me too.
What about you guys? You guys
Same.
too? Wow, we're all
third.
on the same page here.
Yeah, right now we are.
Yeah, we're basically all agreeing with each other, more or less, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, overall, Minnesota, interesting team. Over under, we'll go with it. I'm gonna go with a different one. Philip Gustafson, 0.910.
I'll go a little over.
Over. Carter thinks over. He's raising his hand. I think it's possible. I don't know though, because sometimes goalies will come off hot, like Gustafson did mid-season. And we'll see, obviously, if he stays at that consistent point that he was. Jack's camera just froze. He's back. But, yeah, like, obviously that is a question. But, Carter, what is your over-under?
My over-under is on Kirill Kaprizov, over-under 52.5 goals.
Whew. I'm going to say
I'll go under.
I'm going to take the over. I don't know. Come to think of it, you can only
Mine
have so
is
many
also
50
on
goal scores.
Kaprizov.
Is it the same thing or is it points?
No, it's 110 points.
I'll take the under on that. I'm actually going to take the under on both of those. You can only have so many 50 goal scores and so many 110 point scores. I can't just say everyone is. Yeah. But I do like the optimism in the takes. Speaking of takes, hot take. I have them making the second round. I think this is finally the year where they break through and make it to the second round of the playoffs. Obviously, we'll see if that happens, but that is my hot take. Carter, what is yours?
So, wait. Sorry, never mind. My hot take is that Carson Lambos is the best defenseman on that team.
He's a rookie. Wow, that's a scorching hot take, especially for a guy that has not played any NHL games yet.
Hey, you forget who's seen him play.
That's right. You have seen him play. You have Winnipeg, but they're gone now. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about their new coach though?
Didn't something happen? Yeah, didn't something happen? What happened? I didn't look.
It was some sort of like racist thing or something.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And he got fired before like pretty much stepping behind the bench.
Oh,
jeez.
Sounds like Mike Babcock.
What a great start in for the Winnipeg Wild, or however you pronounce it.
Absolutely undefeated so far. Behind the bench. Jack, what is your hot take?
My hot take is Ryan Hartman is a point per game player.
Ooh,
I like that.
I like it. I think being.
You guys had to process that for a second there.
That's because you froze.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, I froze.
For us.
Oh, okay.
You've been bugging.
Oh gosh.
Biggest question. My biggest question is just how is that offense gonna do? It's weaker than other offense in that division. Obviously, they do have some good pieces, but there still is some questions. They're a young team. We shall see how they're gonna do, but we'll find out, of course. Carter, what is your biggest question?
My biggest question is on your over/under. It is Philip Gustafson going to continue how he finished last season?
Yeah, I think no. I think he can, but it's just weird because you see goalies. I've seen so many goalies, Samuel Erson's a big one that I think of for Philadelphia, where he came into the NHL, had an amazing stint of games, and then fell off a cliff. Could that happen? Yeah. But then again, they do have Jesper Wallstedt ready to go if that does occur. But yeah, that is one of my questions. Jack, what is yours?
Mine is the defense. As Carter said,
what?
Yeah, mine's the defense.
I
don't think there's really a lot of names on here, and so yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Defense is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
it's gonna play a role for sure. But yeah, Minnesota. Look, with the Zach Parise situation, we didn't see them sign many guys this season again, and that's because of the money they're paying. I believe they pay them for the next 2 years, if I'm correct. So that is something you got to keep in mind. But overall, they are improving. They have a relatively young roster, so in the future they are going to be a very good team. Just once they get rid of that, it's $7 million that they're being hit with right now with those contracts. It's probably more than that. But with that amount, I think it's definitely gonna help them out substantially. But yeah, you guys got anything else on Minnesota?
I do not.
All right, next up then we got Nashville, and this is where we might bump some heads on where we have teams standing. I have them 7th in the Central. Carter, where do you have them?
Which team again? Sorry, I'm being
Nashville.
stupid. Nashville. So I think this would mean I have them 5th and missing the playoffs.
Ooh.
5th.
I have them 7th. Jack, where do you?
5th.
Wow, y'all different with me. Yeah, I feel like I don't disagree with you with where Nashville is at, but I feel like they've had so many changes to their roster that they're just going to have a absolutely massive fall off and have a catastrophic season, even with Saros in that. Over under for me, I'm going to say Philip Tomasino. I've seen him be in the headlines a lot for the Predators and like how they're going to be. Over under Philip Tomasino, 60 points.
I'll go a little over.
Ooh, I'm gonna stick with that. I like the 60.
Yeah, I feel like 60 is realistic for him. I think it's possible. People are saying he is going to have a breakout season. I hope so. I like the guy a lot. Carter, what is your over-under?
My over-under is on Thomas Novak. Over-under 70.5 points next season.
I'm going to go a little bit under, like 65. Not that good, but a little bit under for Tommy Novak. Jack, what is your over-under for Nashville?
Forsberg, 90 points.
Whew. I'm going to go right on the dot, 90. I think he leads the team.
Yeah.
My biggest hot take, Carter saying under, I think, right? All right.
Yeah.
My biggest hot take, you're like half off the screen, so like I can't really tell.
Yeah, I know.
It's not gonna move. All right, that works. Thank you. So my biggest hot take is, and this is kind of what I don't like to say, but Roman Josi is gonna have a down year. I think Yosi's gonna have a down season.
Preying on the downfalls.
And that's what I think is going to be the biggest factor of Nashville not being that good this year. I think they're just going to have a massive downfall, and Yosi's going to be part of it. Carter, what is your hot take?
My hot take is that UC Saros is not on the team come trade deadline.
Really?
Yeah, that's mine too.
Trade deadline. Yep. I don't know. That is something I do want to discuss. Realistically, which one of the two gets traded, Askarov or Saros? Because Askarov.
It's going to depend on their direction, though.
I don't know.
Here, I'll just say this, because my biggest question is are they going to rebuild or are they going to contend? If it's a rebuild, Saros gets dealt. If it's contend, Askarov will get dealt. It's going to depend which way they go. Depends on which goalie they're going to deal.
I think it all depends on the season. I think it all depends on how it is come trade deadline. You see a lot of teams out there, they need goalies. And I think realistically, like if they're out of the playoff race come trade deadline, Saros could get moved. Very possible. And especially with like, we'll get into Hellebuck and the Jets in a second, but those rumors have kind of died down a little bit, so maybe he might not get traded. But with Saros, like, if come trade deadline they're below the playoff line, I think he does get dealt. If come draft time and Nashville wants to make some moves to move up in the draft or something like that, then probably Askarov goes. But I think right now they're in just such a weird spot, honestly. And then, Jack, what is your hot take? I think we're at hot take.
My hot take was the same thing as Carter. Saros is on the team come trade deadline.
Oh. Okay. Biggest question was... Actually, ironically, it was that as well. Will Saros or Askarov get traded? We kind of just had that discussion. Carter, I think, even said his biggest question too. Didn't you?
Rebuild or contend.
Rebuild or contend, yeah. And then Jack, what was your biggest question?
The offense as a whole.
Oh, the offense is that makes sense. There is a lot of holes there in that offense. Acquiring guys like Ryan O'Reilly, Gustav Nyquist. We'll see how that team does. But yeah, Nashville, they're obviously a team that's in a weird spot right now. I think they're going to finish 7th, but realistically, we'll see how they are come trade deadline. They can make some substantial moves. You guys got anything more for the Nashville Predators? All right, we'll move on to the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis, I have 6th in the Central Division. So does Carter. And I think Jack does too, right? Or no?
7th.
No, he has him 7th.
Oh, ooh, interesting.
Because remember, he had Chicago 6th. Like
that's right.
Little
That's
loser.
right. Because he has to be biased. Just kidding.
No.
Yeah, I think St. Louis. I feel like they're in a decent spot right now. I feel like they're young. They are a young team. Just Bennington, man. Like I feel like that's the biggest thing with me is Jordan Bennington. But like overall, they have a young team, young prospect pool. I feel like they'll be out of the playoffs for another year, but come 24-25, they'll be back in the race. But over under, I'm gonna say Jordan Bennington 0.900.
That's
Carter's
mine
going
too.
with the under. Oh, that is okay. All right.
Yeah,
well,
that's mine.
then what do you think, Jack?
I'm saying a little under,
What do you under?
like 1 or 2 points under.
Yeah. All right. You're like kind of bugging on my end. Yeah. I think Bennington has a really bad year. In my opinion, we'll obviously find out if that's true or not. But I just don't think that they have the best upside as of right now. Oh, Carter, my bad. I was like in a different world there for a second.
Yeah, I can tell.
What is your over under?
Well, mine also involves a goaltender, but not Jordan Bennington. Mine is Joel Hofer.
Yes, I was gonna
Joel
bring up.
Hofer over under 50.5 games played.
Ooh. 50.5 games played? I don't know about that because you have Bennington there too. I'm going to go under with that, but I think he does do well. Games played is a little weird.
I think you're going to get the gist of what my St. Louis Blues thing's going to stack up like.
I can already tell. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. Jack, what is your over under?
He said his. It's the same as yours.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in a different world. I'm sorry. All right. I'm turning off my phone. Looking at. I was looking at the schedule for work, and that was what was throwing me off. Biggest hot take is kind of related to what Carter said, and I might be stealing it from him. Joel Hofer steals the starting role.
You mother. Yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
Yeah, I think it's possible because I did a prospect pool overview on Hofer, and he looked good.
He's good.
He is.
He's good, man. He was so good for Team Canada. I love Joel Hofer.
Yeah, I love his odds of becoming the starting goalie. So I love that take, and I just love his odds. Jack, what is your hot take?
What direction the Blues decide to go after this year?
That sounds like a question, not a hot take.
What? I thought it was question.
No, it's hot.
It's hot take.
Oh, well, okay. Well, my hot take, I guess, would be St. Louis drops off like big time.
Big time. All right. Oh, good, Jack. I know you're in a different world. I'm gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt and say it's been like 3 weeks since we recorded, and that's why you're.
Guy's still on Cali time. That's why he's still behind.
Is your going off topic? Is your sleep schedule like messed up?
No, I'm back normal now. I've been back for like 3 days.
No?
So.
Oh, mine was. Oh, all right. Yeah, I figured, but yeah. What was I gonna say? Biggest question. My biggest question is how are all the young guys gonna do? Kyrou, Thomas, the new guys coming in, Scott Perunovich. How are these guys gonna do on this team? I feel like they're obviously young. There's still a lot of spots to fill. We shall see how St. Louis does. Carter, what is your biggest question? And
I guess my biggest question is kind of what?
Does it relate to goaltending?
No, not this one, But it does kind of have something to do with in a realm of Joel Hofer. It's where is the veteran leadership? Because looking at it, there's not a whole heck of a, like, of course you got Torrey Krug there. Binnington, I guess he's a veteran. But, like, off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone who's, like, a set-in-stone, like, veteran, like, guy that's been to the, like, won cups, who's done all this, done all that. I don't see that. I feel like it's lacking that. I feel like it's a lot of these younger guys, even though you could call Jordan Kyrou a veteran because he's been in the league for a while, but at the same time, you can't really because guy hasn't done a whole heck of a lot in, like, the longevity of his career. So, yeah, it's just the veteran leadership.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I agree with you. And then Torrey Krug being an absolute bitch.
Yeah.
The movement
All my
clause.
homies hate Torrey Krug.
Soft Torrey Krug. It's not even the fact that he didn't want to come to Philly. It's just the fact that he ruined a massive trade that would have happened.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Especially since how boring this goddamn offseason was. And then Jack, what is your biggest question?
Yeah, I mean, you guys already heard mine, but it's what direction.
You already said
Yeah,
yours,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, what direction they decide to go after this year.
I think after this year, they're moving in a positive direction. I think they have a lot of younger players that are going to come in and do well for that team. But yeah, St. Louis, I have them 6th. They're kind of a mad team right now, in my opinion. So we'll see how they do. And then finally, we have Carter's team, the Winnipeg Jets. And Carter, I'll let you go first. Where do you have the Jets in the standings this year?
Well, obviously, being the Jets connoisseur, I've read the training camp notes. I know exactly what's going on with this team. Very clearly, they're finishing first in the Central, if I was biased. But I'm not. I'm unlike Jack. I'm a realist. I have them finishing 4th and getting that wild card 2 spot.
I do as well. And Jack, do you as well?
I have them 4th.
Okay. Wow, my God, Jack is delayed. Is Jack delayed for you too, Carter?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jack's computer is in Cali time. He is getting our questions 2 hours later.
Whoops.
It's all good, Jack. No worries.
All right.
Over. I'll just go straight to over under. Carter, what's your over under?
Sorry, I'm laughing so much at just this an episode as a whole. I just want to say this episode as a whole has been so much fun just because Jack's been delayed. Everyone's tired. Everyone's undialed in. It's so much fun. But anyways, my over-under is on Cole Perfetti over-under 35.5 goals.
I'm gonna go right on the dot. I think Perfetti has a really good year.
Right on the dot? So how does he score half a goal?
Oh. Right on the dot at 35.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
35.5. I don't do these half bull crap like you do.
I do, because that's how gambling works!
We're not gambling here. Alright, you know what? Fine.
Yes, but that's how you do over-unders.
Okay.
You do a half, because then you can't get a push.
Alright, you know what? That's fair enough.
Thank you.
My over-under was going to be over-under Nito Niederreiter, 25 goals. So
I'll go a little under.
I'll take the under.
All right. Okay. All right. Mine's not as good as Carter's. Apologies. And then Jack, what is your over under?
Hellebuck 920 save percentage.
I'm gonna go over. Carter almost fell. I'm gonna go.
I almost fell out of my chair.
I'm gonna go.
That got me excited.
Over. I think he gets like a 930 maybe. I think that's very possible. I think he's gonna carry that Jets team.
Oh, without a question, he's carrying us. Our team is not that good.
What is that then? Biggest question or hot take? My bad. Carter, what is your hot take?
This is something I don't want to do. A hot take for me is that they fall off the face of the earth and finish 7th which is possible.
Ooh. That's
Because
rough.
here's the thing. Pretty much the only reason I think we stayed in the playoffs last year was because we started so hot at the start of the year.
Agreed.
And right now there is just too much issues going on in the locker room that, like, I don't know what's going to happen. But we did get Blake Wheeler out, who I think was the locker room cancer. So that's good. We got a great captain in Adam Lowry. So that's good. So as much as I don't think it'll happen, I think that is a realistic hot take.
Yeah, I agree.
Which would then mean we have to trade Hellebuck, we have to trade Scheifele, we have to trade Cal Connor, we have to trade everyone who is not under 23 years of age.
That would happen. that absolutely would happen. My hot take was actually going to be that Cole Perfetti has a massive breakout season.
Yes!
So I think that happens 100%. And then finally, Jack, what is your biggest hot take?
Mine is I think this team grabs the first wild card spot.
Yeah!
All right, that's
Even though it shouldn't be that hot, but I love it.
Love it. Love the optimism. And then last but not least, biggest question. Carter?
Everything. From the goaltending, to the defense, to the offense, to the are we going to contend, are we going to rebuild, coaching staff. I don't think our coaching staff is going anywhere, but maybe because of the end of that season, maybe we do go somewhere. Also,
right now.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen there. Another thing, GM, how much time does Chevy have left?
I agree. I think it's a matter of time before management says, yeah, no. Actually, also, Carter, what are your thoughts on those thirds?
What?
What are your thoughts on the third jerseys?
Oh, honestly, I like the idea behind them. Do I like the look of them? No. Am I going to buy one? No. But I think they're a great throwback. I like the throwback. Honestly, I wish we did something with a baby blue. Like a nice UNC Tar Heels blue jersey with the Jets would look unreal.
Oh, I agree.
So I like the base of the jersey, the patterns. It's just if you don't understand the backstory of it, you won't really like the jersey. But if you understand the backstory, you'll kind of understand. But anyways, I like it.
My biggest question just surrounds pretty much what you said, honestly, like the entire team. Like, just honestly, how are they going to do this year? They're in such a weird spot, dealt with so many rumors. The chemistry is probably at an all-time low right now. You just lost your captain. Well, he wasn't the captain, but at the time that he left. But you lost one of the players that has been there for a long time. So there's obviously a lot of questions there. We'll see how they do. And then, Jack, last but not least, what is your biggest question?
Yeah, I think it's just overall the defense.
Yeah, we'll see how that does. Will Josh Morrissey have another really good year? Or
yes,
I think so.
As in Carter's case, Josh Norrissey is what he called him last year.
Yeah, Josh Norrissey. He should have won the Norris. I'm beyond shocked he didn't get more Norris votes because I think that he was an unreal defenseman last year.
Tough.
Great two-way guy.
Yeah, great two-way guy. Anyways, any last thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets?
Go blue.
We got nothing. All right. So final standings. I'll go first. Number 8, Chicago Blackhawks, and make sure you say the full name. Number 8, Chicago Blackhawks. Number 7, Nashville Predators. Number 6, St. Louis Blues. Number 5, Arizona Coyotes. Number 4, and wild card, Winnipeg Jets. Number 3, Minnesota Wild. Number 2, Dallas Stars. And number 1, Colorado Avalanche. Carter, what is yours?
Number 8, we got Chicago. Number 7, we got the Coyotes. Number 6, we got the Blues. Number 5, we got the Predators. Number 4, we got the Jets with that wild card 2 spot. Number 3, we got the Wild. Number 2, we got the Stars. And number 1, we have the Colorado Avalanche. Sorry, I just realized I didn't say the full name. That's on me. But yeah.
I don't care. It's fine. And then Jack.
Okay.
Number 8, Arizona Coyotes. Number 7, St. Louis Blues. Number 6, Chicago Blackhawks. Number 5, Nashville Predators. Number 4, Winnipeg Jets. Number 3, Minnesota Wild. Number 2, Dallas Stars. Number 1, Colorado Avalanche.
All right, we'll see who's the most right and who's the most wrong. Ours are collectively very similar though. As outside of like the bottom 4, but the top 4 is almost identical for all of us. But yeah, that is our preview for the Central Division. Let us know your thoughts down below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below if you're watching. For the audio listeners, give us a good review. We greatly appreciate it. Apologies for the inconsistent NordCast uploads. I know we were way more consistent last year, but it's been a little bit difficult for us, just because we've all gotten so much busier. But we're gonna try and be better. Next week, we're probably gonna do both divisions, both the Atlantic and the Metro. I'm gonna find people that I want to come on, but it's probably gonna upload Wednesday since I'm away. Since I am busy on Thursday. But yeah. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Adios.